Hi, everyone. Welcome to our info session. My name is Carly Beard. I'm part of the Loyalist College Marketing, Communications, and Recruitment team. And I'm joined today by Ryan, Coordinator of Student Life Initiatives and Wellness Programming. Hi, Ryan. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Loyalist?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. My name's Ryan Stonis, and as mentioned, I'm the coordinator of wellness programming and student initiatives. And today we're going to talk a little bit about our wellness programming. So I'm really happy to share some of the awesome things that we do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we're so happy to have you here. Can you tell us when you started at Loyalist College and what brought you here?
Yeah, of course. I've been at Loyalist College for about 3 years now, and uh, in that time, the college has really highlighted a new dedication, a new passion, a new awareness of creating a culture of wellness at Loyalist. And my position is a new position at the college, and the goal of the role when I came on board was really to invest in a culture of student health and wellness, and to explore new initiatives to bring to the campus.
That's amazing, and it's so important that we've incorporated that into student life. So I think your role is so vital. Can you talk a little bit about wellness at Loyalist College? What does that mean?
Yeah, well, I think it means lots of things. Wellness is a very broad concept, and we've tried not to narrow it down or define it as such. A big part of my role is helping wellness bloom in other areas. So not just the stuff that I do, but that might mean helping faculty explore that concept in their classrooms. It might mean other departments finding ways to bring a wellness culture onto their team a little bit more. So I work across the school um, in kind of helping that concept bloom. But most importantly, I work with our student teams on helping them find ways to make that happen
Right.
for their fellow students and classmates.
Right, and that kind of brings me to another question, which is we do have a wellness ambassador team at Loyalist College. Can you tell us a little bit about what that looks like, what that means?
Yeah. We started the Wellness Ambassador team a couple of years ago. And essentially, the goal of the Wellness Ambassador team is to inspire wellness on campus. They have some very specific duties, and that includes running the Wellness Loft that I think we'll get to in a few minutes here. It includes running the Wellness Loft and the programming that we do. But I really encourage our student team to take initiative on various wellness concepts that they want to bring on board. And so a big part of their role is to look at, where are the gaps of wellness that they see, and how can I do something about it? A good example of that is this year, a couple of our students saw that there was a need for more mental health training for students on campus. They enrolled in a course called I just lost the name of it, but they enrolled in a course on thriving in the post-secondary environment. And they took the course in order that they could teach it to other students, and they started teaching other students some of the lessons that they learned. And so we do all sorts of things like that to help inspire wellness at different places across the campus.
Yeah, I think that's so exciting that students are getting involved with these initiatives as well. I think that's such an important part of making it work for the school. So that's amazing. And can you tell us, you touched on the Wellness Loft. Can you tell us a little bit more about that facility? It's a technology-free environment. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. The goal of the Wellness Lab, it's basically a converted classroom. And what we've done is we've made it feel a little bit comfortable. We have beanbag chairs and couches and carpets. We have art supplies, including things like Play-Doh and things that you can use with your hands. And the goal of the Wellness Loft space, as you mentioned we encourage technology free, but we encourage people to come in chill out, relax, unwind in kind of a quiet space. We don't require silence, but we do encourage people to be quiet. Um, Sometimes people are motivated to do things like design and art, and they're using some of those where there's the games or the coloring books in designing stuff. Other times people are lying on the beanbag chairs and closing their eyes. But we also do lots of programming in that space. So for instance, on a weekly basis, we have a yoga class and a meditation class. And students come into that space to learn those types of skills for themselves.
Amazing. I've been to that space. It's so calming and nice. I think it's nice for people to have a place they can go at the school if they need a break. And on that note, I mean, why is it important to have that space? Why is that helpful for students to thrive and succeed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's been a lot of research recently on mental health, and in particular around the areas that a majority of our student population is in terms of the age groups. And I think there's a couple of things that I think are really important. And the first, I'm going to go back to the reasons why using students to support other students, from my perspective, is really important, is that as we increase student engagement, the research supports that we improve mental health on campus. And so I really believe that the more students are engaged, the more they feel passionate about something. And I think we can both agree, we can probably all agree that many students feel passionate about wellness and mental health. And so when we inspire those students, not only are they inspiring other students to improve themselves, but they're really, their own mental health is better. And so we see a real positive vibe around that as students are doing great work and supporting other students to improve. Now, in terms of utilizing the space, I use the notion loud. Like, life is loud sometimes, and I really like the concept that sometimes we need a quiet place, a place to close our eyes or a place to rethink. And I'm lucky enough in my own life to have that space at my house. But many of our students who live in residence or lived in shared apartment buildings might not have that space. And so space, the connection between space and mental health and wellness is also really important. And so we need spaces, not only just the Wellness Loft, but other spaces for people to be able to quiet themselves.
Right. That's amazing. Yeah, I think I myself definitely need a place of refuge sometimes in the middle of a work day or a busy day. So I think that's amazing. And
Right.
the last thing I want to ask you about is basically, you kind of touched on it a little bit, some of the events, the fun things, the exciting things that happen, yoga, that kind of thing. Can you just talk a little bit about those events and the experiences students can expect to have?
Yeah, sure can. So first off, the Loft is available kind of Monday to Friday, regular school hours, and so that's a space that's available all the time. The only time it's not available is when there's programming going on, which is for students, of course, as well. And usually that's about once a day. And so, for example, in this last term, we had a weekly yoga class, we had a weekly meditation class. We had a weekly mood walk. So some of our students led mood walks where we got to explore campus and go out into the beautiful nature trails around campus. We have a weekly games afternoon where we set up a few games and play, and there's a little bit more social interaction during that time. And usually once a week, we do some sort of art activity. Whether that's learning how to make a stress ball or just doing some coloring and design. We host that on a weekly basis. In addition to that, though, on campus, and so those are the things that happen just in the Wellness Loft space. Every Wednesday at Loyalist, there's a wellness break that we call from 12 to 1, where a majority of our students don't have classes. And this is where the whole campus kind of comes together. And usually every week one group on campus is kind of providing a some sort of special event. It's not always specific to health and wellness, but the idea is that we always need to take a break and get away from classes and do something fun. And so usually every Wednesday, 12 to 1, there's something cool going on. And there's lots of other great wellness activities that are happening across campus. We did a really cool Bell Let's Talk event in January this year. And I know that lots of other departments are doing some great wellness initiatives as well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cool events, and I always look forward to seeing on Wednesdays what everyone is up to. So that's really great, and I think all the students really appreciate that as well. And I think that we covered a lot of ground. Is there anything else you want people to know about wellness at Loyalist, or anything you want people to know about Loyalist college students and the experiences they can expect?
Sure. Yeah, I think one of the things I've realized since coming to Loyalist in the last few years is that it's a very unique um, space. When you come here, it feels comfortable. There's places to make you feel comfortable. There's people to make you feel comfortable. Um, and most people feel comfortable in their classrooms with their faculty. And it's a very unique feeling that is not necessarily easily replicated across the board. And I think that says a lot to our kind of caring and wellness culture at Loyalist, that people look out for each other, look out for students, look out for staff to make sure that everyone's doing okay. That's personally really important to me. I think that that's a really important feature for students who are looking to potentially come to Loyalist.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the community feeling and looking after each other and the initiatives at Wellness at Loyalist are all part of that. And that's a huge part of what you do. So thank you so much for all the work you do and for sharing that with us today.
My pleasure. Good
Great
luck.
talking to you. Thank you.